Hi, third grade. It's time to read a little bit from Amelia Bedelia. And she is on a Roman vacation, but not in Rome. They're roaming about. And the next chapter is entitled One Horse Town. Now, that's a saying that you might sometimes hear, that it's just an old one horse town. And that means it's, not a big deal. It's just real little, nothing important goes on there. Okay, the next morning, Amelia Bedelia's father was humming at breakfast. "Good news," he said. "The motel manager told me about a tiny town not far from here. It's historic, with lots of shops, good restaurants, and interesting things to see and do. Best of all, the town is celebrating its 300th birthday, so let's head straight over there." They arrived in no time and promptly got lost. Various streets were closed off with detours. Amelia Bedelia was certain that her dad was driving in a circle. "This sure is a one-horse town," said Amelia Bedelia's father. People in fancy costumes, wearing powdered wigs, mingled on the sidewalks. People dressed as soldiers from a long time ago. There were real soldiers from today, and regular people too. Amelia Bedelia spotted a marching band heading down one street, but she didn't see that one horse in town. Her dad's not talking about a real horse. He's talking about how small the town is. Here we see the people dressed up for the celebration. Here we see again. "I'll bet there's a parade or something," said Amelia Bedelia's mother. "Honey, let's ask for directions." Amelia Bedelia's father shook his head. "Some of these people are from hundreds of years ago. They wouldn't know where things are today." "Oh, Daddy," Amelia Bedelia laughed. She knew he was joking. "Then I'll ask," said her mother. Before she could, though, her father headed down an alley. "At last," he said, "an open street." He turned onto it and wound up between a drum and bugle corps and about 30 girls waving flags and tossing batons in the air. They're driving right through the middle of a parade. They're not supposed to be there. Spectators, people watching, they were on the sidewalks waving at them, and Amelia Bedelia waved back. "What friendly people," she said. Amelia Bedelia's mother turned to her father. "Congratulations, honey. You just crashed a parade." "Crashed?" said Amelia Bedelia. "Did we hit anyone?" "Not yet," said her mother, "but the day is still young." Amelia Bedelia looked out their back window. Sure enough, they were driving in the middle of a parade. They drove by cheering crowds under bunting and past popcorn carts while the drum and bugle corps played Yankee Doodle Dandy. Finally, the parade halted at a grandstand. 3 boys wearing old-timey clothes opened their car doors and escorted Amelia Bedelia and her parents to the stage. A man who Amelia Bedelia thought must be the mayor shook their hands. "On behalf of our fair hamlet," that's a little town, "we welcome you as our 1 millionth visitor. Here's the key to the town." The man bowed and handed Amelia Bedelia a giant key. You better keep your key, sir," said Amelia Bedelia. "We can't come back tonight to lock up your town." Then she turned to her father and said, "You were right, Daddy. This is a one-horse town." The smile on the mayor's face faded. and her father's face turned very red. That's not really a nice thing to say about somebody's town. Amelia Bedelia pointed across the square at a statue of a soldier on horseback. Is that the one horse you meant? That's Major Andrew McClary, our town's founder, said the mayor, and he was smiling again. I'm glad you gave your daughter a lesson in our history. Are you from around here? We are right here, said Amelia Bedelia. Actually, said Amelia Bedelia's father, we're on vacation, traveling off the beaten path. So far the path has beaten us, added Amelia Bedelia's mother. Now, when they say off the beaten path, that means like long ways away from where they're supposed to be, and kind of like off in some area where not very many people go. Well, said the mayor, if you won't accept this key, at least accept the key to my cabin up on Lake Largemouth. Oh, thank you, but we couldn't do that, said Amelia Bedelia's mother. Why not? Asked Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia's father smiled and nodded, raising his eyebrows. Why not? I'll convince you at our Founders' Day picnic, said the mayor. Come on, let's eat. They had a terrific time at the picnic. Amelia Bedelia ate cornbread, sausage, apple pie, and biscuits with honey. Everyone raved about Lake Largemouth. Before the picnic was over, Amelia Bedelia's father had the key to the cabin in his pocket. Now listen. Enjoy yourselves, and if you run into any problems, there's a doctor next door, said the mayor. Is that where you tie up? Wait. There's a dock next door. And Amelia Bedelia thought, is that where you tie up your boat? She thought it was like a dock that you go boating and swimming out onto the lake. But he meant a dock, like a doctor. No, I've got my own dock, said the mayor. Dr. Pilton is my neighbor up at the lake. But really, the only thing you can get sick of up there is relaxing. All the faucets leak, so if you don't mind a drip, drip, drip at night, you'll sleep better than you ever have. Sold, said Amelia Bedelia's mother. And that means they're going to spend the night at Lake Largemouth in the mayor's cabin.